What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. It's another Technique Tuesday, and this one's real easy, but a really cool little chord voicing. I don't want you to overlook it. Very easy minor triad shape. And so I was messing around with A minor, D minor, and E minor for that little intro. All right, this is a great little 3-finger shape to play a minor chord. So for A minor, you can find it by finding the root on the B string, which that's why it's more of an overlooked kind of voicing, because we kind of start by learning the E and the A roots first, and the B gets forgotten about sometimes. I've talked about that in these technique videos before, but so it's real easy. Look, it looks just like that D7 kind of triangle shape, but if you put your ring finger on that note, and so this is an A note, 10th fret B string, 9th fret G string, and then 10th fret on that D string. But this one's cool because you can have the open A in there, and even the E can be a color. But the core of the shape, if you just played it as a triad, that's the minor third of the chord, that's the 5th of the chord, and that's the root. So remember, I'm finding the root right there. So if I wanted to play D minor, the D's right there on the 3rd fret. Back to A minor. And then E minor. A minor. D minor. A minor. E minor. A minor. Now let's just stick with this A minor for a second. Now our pinky is free. You could play a movable shape like that. That's tricky though. And also, I use this chord more in ensemble ideas where you're playing with another guitar player, or you're playing in a band and someone's hitting the root, or there's a keyboard player. So like if you just had an A minor chord, someone's playing that as a second guitar player. Now, playing the shape with your pinky free, you could play the root right there on the 12th fret. But you could also play the 5th of the chord right here, which means then you can have a little extra. Now you could play it with these fingers. And then you're getting the minor third of the chord on top, which that's a nice. So that's a full version of the upper structure A minor chord. So you would have the minor third, the 5th, the root, and the minor third again. Open A because I'm in A minor. But once again, you can just see this really easy 3-finger shape. You can play a major chord voicing off of that same B root for right there for a G major chord, which you'd see a lot with something like this. And so what's cool about these smaller chords are like triads or fourth, I also was doing that. But the higher register cuts through more and you're not competing with other musicians in the mix. And then also when you play 3-finger chords, it leaves a finger open to add other cool colors and embellishments. So the minor, A minor. But if I wanted to play the major, that middle finger's on the root. So that would be 8th fret B, 7th fret G with my index. And then ring finger on the 9th of the D. So that's a G major triad chord. If I wanted to make that G minor, it's this shape I talked about earlier. So those are the two. So for minor, it looks like that. So that's A minor. If I wanted to make that A major, here's minor. So like in a Beatles move, C. For C major, I could do. So instead of C major, C minor, G major, which is what that is in these new voicings, which neither is better than the other. It's just learning more about what to do with the guitar. So I said C major. I have a C note right there on the 13th fret, 12th fret G, 14th fret D. So that is a C major. And then I can make it C minor by doing that little triangle shape. So, and then the other chord was G major, which we have that. So, and so I'll loop that lower version. Just one other example of that is just the classic D shape. D major, E major, F major, G major, A major, B major, C major. It's just a different way. Instead of playing the major third lower, you can play it higher. The only reason I'm picking that chord progression is it's just an example of 3 chords as an example. There's no rhyme or reason why I picked that. All right, so that was some food for thought. Maybe Technique Tuesday theory technique. Snuck a little theory in there, I guess, too. But anyway, I hope it helped. Feel free to, if there's anything that was confusing about that, you can let me know in the comments below, and I can hopefully help guide you along to another video or to answer your questions. Thank you for supporting Marty Music, and hope to see you again.